take profit smashed, $2,000 running on my funded 100K account, almost $2,000 added to my 10 trade 90K account. Well, this is almost $2,000 as you can see. Today's profit was just $500, almost $600 with this exact same movement. But this is not all. Now the inner circle is running plus 300 pips on each of the movement. What a crazy day we've just had. You will probably see this exact same setup in the future. So what I want to do is to rewind and break it down for you step by step, right? So I started recording right about here. As you can see, we are up 140 pips in my inner circle. We have just smashed our second take profit for 100 pips. So I normally like to go for 40 pips for the first take profit, then 100 pips for the second take profit. At one time we were running around 60 pips thereabouts. The market is always just playing around, but for a day trader you want to make sure you're in and quickly out of the market, right? Great. Now this is so important because in my last video, this 3-step trading strategy that I dropped, you can check that out if you haven't already. I explained this setup, right? I explained this type of movement that we can get in the market, and I just like the fact that I dropped that video on Wednesday and today is Thursday. So those that watched that video yesterday would have been able to see this exact same thing and traded with us. Now, what did I say, right? Whenever you drop to the lower time frame on any chart of your choice, you need, in capital letters, you need to analyze the current market conditions. What is happening right now in real time, right? So I want you to notice what is happening on this chart. Notice how the sellers dropped the market, right? But then look at this. This is a clear shift in the momentum right at this level. You see the buyers are starting to step into the market. Now, any person that's trading candlesticks, this is exactly what happens on most of the charts. You just now have to be able to interpret the dynamics between the buyers and the sellers, right? So you can see buying pressure building right here. So that, in simple terms, what does that tell us? It tells us that the sellers are losing power, but we have not yet seen a full reversal yet. We cannot be quick to just jump into the market, right? But then you are now interpreting the chart. What did the buyers then do? The buyers decided to push the market up, and then they started to form a resistance point right at this level. Let me just pull up this screen, and they test this resistance multiple times, right? We have it here and also at this level, right? And now they created a clear level of resistance with that, right? Then notice, what do? They break out of that resistance and then they push the market higher. That was yesterday's trade, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Check it out. This was an absolutely lovely trade. I was really waiting for this movement on the NASDAQ, right? But when they pushed the market higher, right, they did not just keep pushing it right up. They didn't just go straight up to the top. Notice what they did. They retraced and then they pulled back. This push that we had on the 30-minute time frame, regardless of the retracement, should have done something to the larger time frames too, right? This movement is showing us that probably on the 4-hour daily time frame there was a major structure shift also, right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and just look at this, right? Market has broken out of another significant resistance zone, right? And then now this zone has been turned into a support. Now we have a solid support level on the 4-hour time frame. Then you ask yourself, how many confluences do you have in this market? You have a lot of them. You go back to your 30-minute time frame, which I did, right? And then the market, notice it drops back down and then it retraces, and then guess where it lands? Right at the broken resistance turned into support. This is just like a textbook setup that you can get, right? What do I do at this level? I will buy, right? I'm buying at the support level because the buyers are clearly in control of the market. We saw a shift in momentum. We saw a breakout. We saw a retest. Everything has lined up perfectly, and then that is it. That is how I ended up just taking this trade, and currently we are just going to let it run and see how the trade actually plays out. guys, I just had to wait like 10-12 minutes, and then we are now sitting over 200, around 215 pips, and I've just dropped the mic in my inner circle that we are moving our stop loss to break even right now. That's correct. The trade is now risk free. We are now playing with the house's money here, right? We're just cruising, letting the market do its thing. Now when the market has given you profit, you always want to quickly protect the profits. Well, that's in my opinion, because I want to look for a trade for the next day. And I've been watching the market for, a few minutes, 8 minutes later, and just look at this. We keep soaring high. We're almost 240. We're almost at 250 pips, which is insane because the market is quite volatile right now and it's just going crazy. And yesterday we had Mr. Jerome Powell speaking, which is absolutely good for the market. So right now, as you can see, the market is also reacting to that fundamental news. And that is our final take profit has been smashed. Well, final on this case is not like the final take profit. I do expect the NASDAQ to keep pushing up, but this was incredible. And in just 15 minutes, we are now sitting at a jaw-dropping 300 pips. And I just told the inner circle they can cash out if they want, but we have to leave one trade running. Let's see how high we can actually fly on this trade. Oh, and also just check it out, the mentorship group. The mentorship group is also buzzing right now. They're cashing out. We had almost the exact same setup. Let me just shift this here. We had almost the exact same setup, and the whole team is currently cashing out. It's so rewarding to see everyone succeed. What a fantastic trade we have just had. I added a position on this particular trade today. The first trade, I took it right at the bottom, as you can see, right after the weekly analysis, somewhere around about this place, because I actually believed that we are about to start stepping in. If you watch that video, I literally said we should start buying as soon as possible. And this is a good problem because I do have a lot of room to keep holding the trade. I am anticipating a nice move to break all of these levels right here, so we can continue pushing up to the top. So I am planning on holding this trade for quite some time, till around about this place, till around about this spot somewhere here. Then we can start talking about closing. So this will be the main trade that I'll hold, something like $3,600 thereabout. If I ever make a loss on this trade, I'll be losing like $900 in profit, because my stop loss is already protecting the trade and the trade is already risk free. The only thing we have to do is to break out of this level and move up to the next point. And this second trade that I just added today, I'll close it at around about this place here. I'll close as soon as we get here. If we fail to break out, then I'm going to close that trade and hold the remaining initial entry, just like that. But this is $2,000 running in profit right now. But that's about it. If you found this breakdown valuable, if you're ready to learn and identify high probability setups like these ones, then just also check out my completely free psychology guide. The link is in the description below. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? With that, it's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Love you guys.
Can't focus on me.